All right, so today we're diving deep into the story of Trinity Rodman.
Yeah.
You know, she's a rising star in women's soccer. And for some people, they might just know her as Dennis Rodman's daughter.
Right.
But we're going way beyond that today.
Yeah.
Using excerpts from Trinity Rodman, Masala Delegado.
Yeah.
To really get to know how she's built this incredible legacy, all while dealing with, you know...
A famous last name.
A famous last name, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
What did you think?
It's a fascinating story.
Yeah.
And it really, I think, highlights the pressures and the complexities that are faced by, you know, children of celebrities.
Yeah.
We see the glamour, we see the privilege,
but not...
we don't always get to see the emotional toll that it can take.
Right. And right from the start, you know, we learned that she chose soccer at age 4.
Oh, wow.
4 years old. I mean, most kids are still trying to figure out, you know, if they're lefties or righties.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know, growing up with Dennis Rodman as her dad.
Right.
You know, it's got to be
huge shadow, yeah.
A huge shadow. And it was the beginning of a journey.
Yeah.
That would just be tied to his fame.
And that linkage, that brings a really unique set of challenges, you know. It's not just about growing up in the spotlight.
Yeah.
It's this constant pressure to uphold a certain image.
Yeah.
You know, protect your parents' reputation.
Right.
Even if it means suppressing your own identity.
Right. And you can even hear that in her own words when she says, we never want to make him look bad.
Wow.
And that is at the cost of kind of holding in a lot. I mean, it makes you wonder, at 4 years old, was soccer like a way to just express herself?
Right.
A space where she could just be Trinity, not Dennis Rodman's daughter?
It's a great question.
Yeah.
And I don't know if we can definitively answer that.
Right.
But it certainly points to you know...
The complexities?
The complexities of growing up in a family where public perception is so intertwined with your own personal identity.
Right.
Yeah.
So fast forward to age 18.
Okay.
I mean, most 18-year-olds are like...
Stressing about
college, applications and all that. And she's making history as the youngest ever NWSL draft pick.
Wow. I mean, that's got to be just a huge confidence boost.
Yeah.
Right out of the gate.
Yeah, defying expectations.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's away.
And you know, this is where we really start to see her talent.
Yeah.
And her determination shine through.
Yeah.
She doesn't just make the team.
Right.
She excels. We're talking Olympic gold.
Yeah. Paris 2024.
Paris 2024.
Yeah.
Top ranking in the Ballon d'Or.
Yeah. And for people who don't know. That's like the...
It's the most prestigious individual award.
It's a big deal.
It's a big deal.
In soccer.
Yeah.
Recognizing the world's best player.
Exactly. Yeah.
Ballon d'Or at that age. Wow.
Right.
That's incredible.
And then, of course, you've got the formation of the triple espresso
with
her teammates, Sophia Smith and Mallory Swanson.
And, you know, you mentioned in your notes that you're curious about the business side of women's soccer. And this nickname actually gives us a little peek into that.
It does. It's, you know, it's not just a catchy name.
Yeah.
It's a branding strategy.
Yeah.
Think of it like a mini franchise within the team.
Yeah.
You know, it highlights their individual talents.
Right.
But also their combined power as a unit.
Yeah.
You know, it's marketable, it's exciting.
Right.
And it draws attention to the league.
It's smart.
Yeah.
You know, creating these kind of like sub-brands within the team. It's a really great way to generate excitement and grow that fan base.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And it makes things, you know, more engaging for casual viewers like yourself.
Right.
Who maybe don't
follow all the super technical stuff.
Right. Exactly.
Yeah. Yes. Exactly. And it also speaks to that evolution of women's soccer.
Yeah. The increasing savvy in terms of marketing and branding.
Right. So it's not just playing the game anymore. It's not just about...
It's about building a brand.
Right.
Attracting sponsors, creating this sustainable future for the sport.
Exactly.
And so we're seeing this incredible athletic success. But the source material also doesn't shy away from the more difficult parts of her life.
And particularly, you know, her relationship with her father.
Yeah.
She even says, I lost hope in ever getting him back.
Oh, wow.
That's heartbreaking, you know?
Yeah.
Especially coming from someone so young.
Yeah, it is. And, you know, it does speak to the depth of her journey.
Right.
You know, we often see athletes as these kind of superhuman figures.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, they're humans with complex lives and relationships.
Yeah.
You know, and it's a good reminder that even amidst extraordinary achievements, there can be
struggles.
Personal struggles.
Yeah.
Heartache.
Yeah, and it makes her accomplishments all the more impressive.
It does.
Knowing what she's had to overcome.
Yeah.
You know, it's not just talent and hard work. It's resilience, about finding the strength to keep going, even when things are tough.
Absolutely. And that's a theme that runs throughout her story. You know, she's had to navigate not just the typical pressures of professional sports, but also the very public and often messy dynamics of her family.
And then she has this other quote where she says, "Moving forward, it's going to be nice not to separate ourselves, but be able to distinguish that, yes, he was a successful NBA player, but I am going to be a successful a WSL player."
Powerful statement.
Yeah, it's like she's carving out her own space.
Yeah.
You know, acknowledging the past, but not letting it
define her future.
That's
a powerful statement of
Yeah.
self-determination.
Yeah.
It's not about, you know, erasing her family history. It's about, you know, establishing her own unique place within it.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a really powerful statement.
It is.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Wow.
Yeah. And you know, that journey of self-discovery is something that resonates with a lot of people.
Right.
Not just athletes.
Yeah.
You know, her willingness to open up about her family struggles, to be vulnerable in the public eye.
Right.
You know,
it sparked conversations about mental health and the challenges growing up with a famous parent.
Yeah, it's like by being so open about her own experiences, she's giving other people permission to embrace their own
complexity.
Complexities, yeah.
Yeah, to know that it's okay to not have it all figured out.
Exactly. And that vulnerability.
Yeah.
That authenticity. That's part of what makes her such a compelling role model.
Right.
Especially for young people.
Yeah.
Who might be facing similar challenges.
Right.
You know, she's not just an athlete.
Yeah.
She's a human being who's navigating life's ups and downs.
Right, like all of us.
Like all of us, exactly.
Yeah. Speaking of navigating, let's dive into her playing style a little bit.
Okay.
You know, from what I've read, she's known for her speed, agility, and creativity on the field.
Absolutely, yes.
It sounds like she's a real game changer.
She brings a unique dynamism to the U.S. women's national team.
Yeah.
Her ability to create scoring opportunities, both for herself and her teammates, it's remarkable. And you can just see that her strategic understanding of the game is constantly evolving.
Yeah. You know, it's funny. Sometimes when I watch soccer, I get so caught up in the action that I miss the nuances.
The strategy.
Of the strategy. But when you break it down like that, it makes you
appreciate it more.
Appreciate her skill even more.
It's like watching a chess game unfold on the field.
Yeah.
You know, every move is calculated.
Right.
Every pass has a purpose.
Right.
And Trinity has this innate ability to anticipate her opponent's moves.
Yeah. She's
to be one step ahead.
And let's not forget, she's only 22. Imagine what she'll be capable of as she keeps honing those skills.
As she gets more experience.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, the sky's the limit for her.
Right.
And what's even more exciting is that, you know, her success, along with other phenomenal players like Sophia Smith and Mallory Swanson, you know, it's contributing to this like
exponential growth
of
women's soccer.
Yeah, women's soccer.
And you mentioned in your notes you were curious.
I am
about the specifics.
Yeah, about the specifics
of that growth.
Yeah.
What kind of numbers?
Well, just look at the NWSL.
Yeah.
You know, since its inception in 2012, attendance has skyrocketed. Yeah. We're seeing sellout crowds, major sponsorship deals, and a surge in viewership, both domestically and internationally.
Wow.
And the 2023 World Cup,
over
2 billion people.
2 billion.
Tuned in to watch.
That's insane.
Yeah.
It's clear that women's soccer
it's having a moment.
It's
more than a moment.
Yeah.
It's a cultural shift.
Yeah.
You know, we're seeing a surge in investment, increased media coverage, and this growing recognition that these athletes deserve the same level of support and respect as their male counterparts.
100%. And that brings us to another really important aspect of Trinity's story. You know, her impact off the field.
Yeah.
She's been vocal about issues like mental health, equal pay, and creating opportunities for young athletes.
Yeah, it's like she's using her platform to advocate for
real change.
Yeah, and that's what makes her such a powerful force.
Right.
You know, she's not just breaking records on the field.
Right.
She's breaking down barriers.
Yeah.
And paving the way for future generations of female athletes.
It's inspiring to see someone so young.
It is.
Using their voice to make a difference. Yeah. It makes you wonder, you know, what legacy she'll ultimately leave behind. Yeah, it really is remarkable, you know, to think about the impact she's already had and where she might go from here.
Yeah.
You know, it's clear she's not afraid to use her voice and her platform to push for change.
Right.
You know, within the sport and beyond.
And that's what sets her apart.
Yeah.
You know, it's not just about winning trophies. It's about using that success to lift others up.
Yeah.
To inspire change. To create a more equitable and inclusive world.
You know, it's interesting thinking back to her quote about wanting to be distinguished from her father.
Right.
Not separated from him.
Right.
It seems like she's found that balance.
She has, you know, honoring her family history while forging her own path.
Yeah, and in doing so, she's created a legacy.
Yeah.
That's uniquely her own.
Yeah. It's a legacy built on you know, talent, resilience, and a deep commitment.
Yeah.
To making a difference.
Yeah. So we've unpacked a lot today.
We have
about Trinity Rodman.
Yeah.
From her incredible athletic achievements.
Yeah.
To her personal journey of resilience and self-discovery.
Yeah.
But I think the biggest takeaway for me is the power of defining expectations.
Absolutely.
And carving your own path.
I think that's a powerful message.
Yeah.
For all of us.
Right.
You know, her story reminds us that we don't have to be defined by our circumstances or the expectations of others. We have the power to create our own destinies.
And that brings us to a final thought for you to ponder.
Yeah.
You know, if Trinity's story is about defying expectations and forging your own path, what dream or goal might you be putting off?
Yeah.
What step could you take today to start building your own legacy?
You know, remember, every journey starts with a single step. And as Trinity has shown us, with dedication, passion, and belief in yourself, anything is possible.